Hello and welcome to the Prom Night. I really don't need to state what this game is, it's right in front of you.
Tell me about the dream, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created?
Beam robots.
Can you name even one thing?
Beam robots.
I thought
My
not.
viewfinders. Yeah, he never listens to me, bastard. This game has a weird intro that makes no sense. And not the kind of weird in a way that's good. Any of you haven't seen it, just watch. Yeah, you can see what I mean. Not good first impressions for a game, if you ask me. Because it just makes absolutely bloody no sense. And to this day I still think, what the fuck is this?
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see about that in this review. Definitely. I agree with you there, G-Man. Now then, I'll skip ahead to some areas ahead, and we will actually start on the main parts of praises and picking apart the game on its bad points, which there are quite a few. So we'll say bye to Dog for now. Say bye, everyone. Nerd perving on episode 1 never gets old. And now we come down to the main parts. Episode 1 just doesn't have the playability of episode 2, or especially Half-Life 2, which offered so much new to gaming. The only real fault with Half-Life 2 was its limited combat system, whereas a shooter isn't that great, but in what it does do, it is great, because the combat AI on Half-Life is just so limited, and that's one of the things that brings down episode 1, because it doesn't really have anything in it that made the Half-Life 2 great. If this was released under a normal name, I probably wouldn't have even really played through it more than once. The thing is with episode 1 is it's very rushed together, often using models like this, the telescope from Half-Life 2, in just weird, stupid places like this, and the door locks. It's a shame really, because it gives it a really rushed and bodged feel. Often, because Valve are normally so careful in how they produce their games, and just here they just, episode 1 they just let it go down the crapper, which is a real shame. With things like this, and it just, with the limited combat, doesn't really have anything to offer from Half-Life 2 that made it great, because it doesn't contain all, you don't get any new weapons. There's a new enemy which is a zombie. Now the platform I do replay it on is on the PC, is because I just like to piss around on it. I'll play it through seriously once, and then I just piss on spawning zombines with the console commands. But this is on the Xbox, so I can't do that to demonstrate totem pole zombies. But the combat system is just limited, which is a shame really. And then you just, well, episode 1's good, but I wouldn't say it's great. It doesn't live up to what Half-Life 2 does. It's not anything that, I wouldn't say it's, I'd say it's probably that of an average first-person shooter. There's just nothing really special about it, to be honest. And I'm a big fan of Half-Life. I mean, here's an example of the limited AI. Wow, they're really moving out the way to avoid my shots. Now in Half-Life 1, the soldiers, that many soldiers would have probably happily shoot the grenade up here. just a prime example of what I'm talking about. One bit though where they do get the limited Half-Life combat right is the hospital, which also feels rushed together like much of this game, and I'm going to port us there now. I hope I'm not going to miss anything off, but I probably do. So this is where I must come to Half-Life 2's, where they get the combat right in the hospital. Although my mum works in a hospital and I go to a hospital a lot, so I've gone to the hospital a lot and seen anaesthetic theatres a lot. And this, well, yeah, this has no real similarities to a real hospital. The only thing that makes it a hospital is the fact that it's mentioned a hospital in game. Now these are the only real new additions in the game. I like the hospital is the one really bit that is worth playing through in the whole game, I find. Because the combat is really quite fun. And this bit can be quite fun. Doing shit like that never gets old. The fast zombies always provide an interesting challenge. Trouble is, if you look in the room, yeah, under-equipped, there's no real equipment, level design is, well, not researched in the slightest. They did not research hospitals in the slightest prior to building this. Now, I'm completely past all the stuff because I loaded it off an old save point, so yeah, kind of missed out on all the good action. And now we've just come to a crappy load point. But yeah, it's one place where they do get the action right. It is a good game, but I'd say it's only really average, to be honest, as a first-person shooter, because it just doesn't offer anything new from Half-Life 2. It's not very long, so you can use. It's a good few hours waster. The Strider ends up being equivalent of a boss at the end. Kinda can be heard in various points throughout the game. And then you have this advisor watching you wherever you go. Often it's just, you might as well destroy the camera while it's there. So yeah, that's episode 1. It does have some points which are badly executed. Yeah, it's a Half-Life game. I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I prefer the Half-Life 1 add-ons by Gearbox. Barney is conveniently hiding behind this truck.
There you are. I wondered if you were waiting. The Combine's under attack. What's the plan? I'm sending folks out in groups. And like I said before, if you can keep them safe and provide cover,
this is a thing to an objective, but because the Combine's AI is so limited, it's piss easy. Once you know the tack. And Half-Life 2 Episode 1 review ends around here, because an overview of what I've said is, yeah, it's good, it's fun, but it doesn't live up to what Half-Life is, or even Valve's usual finely polished games, because this just isn't. It feels all very forced and rushed together. Even there aren't really instances of stories. There are some good points, but yeah, I wouldn't say it goes really above the average sort of first-person shooter. It's probably as someone said in a review of it, the only reason it's hit such popularity is because of its name. I'm not one of those who falls into the branding band, I'm afraid. So yeah, Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Not a bad game, but Valve should have done better, to be honest. I do expect better from Valve. They could have just made it so much more with better level design, add in some new things. And the Cathedral was always quite interesting to watch degrading apart. Although there's a big continuity error between Half-Life Episode 1 and Episode 2, so yeah. So yeah, that's my review. Yeah, if you are a hard Half-Life fan, yeah, you do want to get it to know the next part of the story. But I wouldn't say, like Half-Life 2, it's a must-have game. It's optional, it's entirely up to you. If you want to know the story, you can just look on the internet at the end of the day. But it's not one that's gold timeless classic. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, because that is that. That is what I have to say. And have a nice